Hello and welcome to this crochet duck tutorial. Today I'll be showing you how to crochet the ducks as shown here. Let's get straight into it. So the materials that you will need are a 5mm crochet hook, a yarn needle, scissors, 12mm safety eyes, and if you are crocheting this duck, you will just need one primary colour and one secondary colour for the beak and the feet. For this duck, you will need chunky yarn in green and brown, as well as white and yellow. Finally, you will need some stuffing. In this tutorial, I will be showing you how to crochet this duck, but if you want to crochet this duck, then simply do not have any of the color changes that I will. So instead of changing between green, white and brown, you will just stay using yellow. So to start off, you're going to grab your hook and your green yarn. So we're going to start with a magic ring. I use the 2-chain method to do my magic ring, which means you do a slip knot and then chain 2, and the first chain will be your magic ring. So you'll do your single crochets into that first chain, or you can just use a normal magic ring. For the first round, we'll be doing 6 single crochets into that magic ring. Then for round 2, we're going to do 6 increases, which will take us up to 12 stitches. An increase is doing 2 single crochets into 1 stitch. Now we're going to put our stitch marker in. I use scrap yarn as my stitch marker. For round 3, we're going to do single crochet increase times by 6, which will take us up to 18 stitches. Then for round 4, we're going to do 2 single crochets and an increase times by 6, which will take us up to 24 stitches. For round 5 to 7, we're going to single crochet for 3 rounds. So we're just going to single crochet for 3 rounds straight, all the way around. And at the end of round 7, we will color change to white, as round 8 will be in white. So now we are on that final stitch, we're going to pull through a loop, and then we will grab our white yarn, and we're going to finish off that last single crochet with our white yarn. So that's our color change to white. And we can also cut off our green yarn at that point. So now we are just going to do one round of single crocheting with white. And at the end of this round, we will color change to brown yarn. So now we are on that final stitch, we'll pull through a loop with our white yarn and then finish off that single crochet with brown yarn so that we change to brown. And then we'll tie the two colors together. And then we will cut off the white yarn. Now, on the next round, we're going to be making our wings. So I'm going to work this round with you. So first of all, we're going to do 6 single crochets. And then we are going to chain 2. So 1 and 2. And then you can see our first chain here. We're going to increase into that chain. And then we're going to single crochet back into that original stitch. And now we're going to do 12 single crochets. And now, once again, we're going to chain 2 and then increase into that first chain. And then we'll single crochet back into the original stitch. And then to finish off, we'll just do 6 single crochets. Now we're going to put our safety eyes in. So at the back should be where our color changes are. So we're going to flip it over. And then we're going to put our safety eyes in between round 6 and 7. 7 stitches apart. So we want to make sure that they're even in between the wings. So as long as they're 6 to 7 stitches apart, that is fine. And now we're going to clip those in. So now those are in, we can continue on to the next round. So for the next round, I'm just going to walk you around. We're just going to be single crocheting all the way around, but it might get a little bit tricky when you get to the wings. So we'll just single crochet 6. And then we're going to jump over to the other side of the wing, to this stitch here, because we did a single crochet there, but we're just ignoring that. And we'll do 12 single crochets there. So same thing with this one, 12 single crochet there, and jump over to the other side of that wing, and then you'll have 6 single crochets to finish off. So for the next round, we're just going to do 2 single crochets and a decrease times by 6, and this will take us down to 18 stitches. So for the next round, you're going to get your yellow yarn ready to go because you'll need these for the feet, but I'm going to walk you around. So first we'll be doing a single crochet, then a decrease, and then a single crochet and a decrease, but we're going to color change to yellow after the decrease. So we're going to pull through with yellow yarn. And we'll just tie that to the brown yarn. And now with the yellow yarn, we're going to be doing a bubble stitch, which I'll show you how to do. So first we're going to yarn over, and we're going to enter the next stitch, pull through a loop, and then we're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So you should have 2 loops on your hook. Then we're going to yarn over again, go back into that stitch, pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops once again. Now you should have 3 loops on your hook. Then we're going to yarn over, go back into that same stitch, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops once again. You'll have 4 loops on your hook at this point, and then we'll yarn over, go through the stitch, pull through, yarn over and pull through those 2 loops. So now we should have 5 loops on our hook, and we're going to grab our brown yarn and we're going to pull through those 5 loops with our brown yarn so we can color change back to brown. And then we are just going to quickly decrease into those next 2 stitches. So we'll just go straight into the next 2 stitches and decrease. And then we can pop out our bubble stitch. Then we're going to do a single crochet, and we're going to do another decrease, but we're going to color change to yellow at the end of the decrease. So we'll pull through with yellow, and now we're going to do another bubble stitch with our yellow yarn. We're going to yarn over, go into the next stitch, pull through, and then we're going to pull through those 2 loops. Then we're going to yarn over, go into that stitch, pull through, then pull through another 2 loops. Yarn over, go into that same stitch, pull through, and then pull through another 2 loops. And then yarn over, same stitch, pull through 2 loops. At this point you should have 5 loops on your hook, and then we will use our brown yarn once again to complete that bubble stitch by pulling through all 5 loops. And then we will decrease into the next stitch immediately, and we can pop out the bubble stitch. Now we don't need our yellow yarn, so we'll cut it off. And now we're going to finish off this round by single crocheting and then doing a decrease. Now we're going to grab some stuffing and stuff our duck. Then, for the final round, we're going to do 6 decreases, which will take us down to 6 stitches overall. Now we are going to cut off a small tail and we're going to pull through. We're going to grab our yarn needle and we're going to sew around this circle into the front loops only. So into the first front loop and then out of the second front loop into the next front loops. And then finally, we will pull it shut. And now you're just going to bring this to a random point in the body. And then we're going to cut off that yarn and just poke the rest inside. So to finish off, we just have to embroider the beak. So grab your yellow yarn. And we're just going to bring it in from the side and we're going to bring it to this stitch here, which is next to the eye. Pull through. And then we're going to bring it to the other side here to the stitch next to the eye and we'll bring it all the way back to that first stitch. And then we'll go all the way across again and then we'll bring it back to this original point. Now we're going to cut this yarn off up until that point and we will tie it together. Cut it off again and we'll poke it inside using our yarn needle. So this is what the completed duck looks like. I hope that you enjoyed crocheting your duck. I upload crochet tutorials every week on my YouTube channel. And if you'd like to check out my Patreon, the link will be in the description, and I also post free patterns on my Patreon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!